Hello people, this is Code Grind and in today's video we'll be creating a random password generator using vanilla JavaScript. So let's see what our final project will look like. Here I've got this input field and when I click on this button, a random password of 8 characters gets generated and gets placed inside this input field. So you see this is what we'll be creating today, and if you want to learn how to create this animated input field, then you can go down to the description box for the link of one of the videos which I created on this very particular topic. You can also click on the link above and view the video. So let's get straight into it. So here I've got this basic layout ready. I've linked two external CSS files. The first one is the index.css file in which we'll be doing all the styling part for this particular video, and this input field input.css file is the file in which I have written the code for the animated input field. I won't be getting into that part because as I told you I have already created a video on it. You can go down to the description box for it, but for now we'll just focus on the main the basic styling for related to this very video. Now let's get started with our HTML part at first. So we'll have a div with a class container inside which we'll wrap all our things. Let's first have an heading. This is a random password generator using vanilla JavaScript. So this will be our heading. You can see we have got it right over here. Now we need our input field. So to place our input field, we'll first have this input group class. Now this input group class is actually defined inside this input.css file, so I won't be getting into this. Inside this we'll have our input. Now for right now let's give it a type of text because we need to see whatever text is placed. You can change it to password later on. We'll give it an ID of password and a placeholder of enter password, and then at last a label which is for password. Alright, so this is the designing for our input field. Now at last we'll have the button. So a button, and on clicking event of this button we will call the function random password. This is the function which we will define inside the JavaScript, and let's give it a text generate. Yeah, so we have got this button, we have got this heading, and the input field is actually not visible. That is because the color which I have given to this input field is white. Now when I change its background color, the background color of the body, then the input field will be visible. So that is a part for CSS. So let's get into the styling part. So as usual, we'll start our CSS part by nullifying the browser's default settings. I suggest everyone should do this thing before starting the CSS part because it is a very important thing to do so that it nullifies all the basic margins and paddings provided by the browser, because every browser has a different kind of default setting, so we need to nullify it before we can apply our own settings. Now when I hit save, you see all the default margin is removed, and we'll also give it a different font. The font which I will be using is Poppins. If you want to use this font, then I'll give a link in the description from where you can download this font and install it in your systems. Now let's get to the body, and as I told you, as soon as I change its background color, you will see the input field. So here is our animated input field. We'll also give it a color of white so the text is visible. Now display flex and a justify content of center so that it aligns everything to the exact center, and at last a text align of center as well. Now we'll select our heading and increase its font size and give it some margin. Let's say top of 3 em, left and right of 0, and bottom of 2 em. Yeah, so we have got our heading as well. Now we'll select our button. First of all, give it a display of block. Let's say a background color of inherit. Okay, this is nice. Then change its color to white. Give it a border. Actually, let's first give it a padding so that it is not sticking to the borders. A padding of 10 pixels, 45 pixels. That means a 10 pixels from top and bottom and 45 pixels from left and right. Now a border of 1 pixels, solid white. Oh, white. And at last an outline of none and a cursor of pointer. Okay, so we have got this button. Now let's align it to the center. So for aligning it, we'll just give it a margin of auto. So giving a margin of auto will align it exactly to the center. So you see we have got the CSS part all sorted out. Now let's get into the main JavaScript part. So we'll start our JavaScript part at the end of the body tag, and this is the suggested part where you should do your JavaScript. First of all, we'll create, actually let's select our input field first. So input field document.query selector hash password, because we gave the input field an ID of password. Now we'll have our function. So this is the same function over here which we called on the clicking event of this generate random password button. Okay, now after inside this function, the first thing which we need to do is we need to specify the length of the password and the characters which we want to be included in the password. So we'll store it inside a variable, and we will call another function over here. Let's say generate password. We will define this function later on inside this random password function, but let me first pass some parameters. Like first of all, as I told you, the length, we want it of 8 characters, so 8. And now we need to, inside double quotes, we need to pass all the characters which we want in our password. So I want all the special characters, A to Z in lowercase and then A to Z in uppercase. You can add any more characters if you want, like you can add some brackets if you want them. You can just use whatever you want. Now after passing these two values, we'll now create our generate password function. Alright, now inside this function, the first thing which we need to do is we will create another variable named password, and at last we will return this password. Alright, now in between these two statements, that means in between the declaration of the password variable and the return statement, we will create a for loop inside which we will keep on adding characters to this password variable, this let password variable. And let's see what I mean. So for loop let I is equal to 0. Actually we also need to accept these two values, that means the 8 and these characters. So inside the parenthesis, we will select the length in the length variable and the characters in the chars variable. So we want this for loop to run from 0 to I. All right, actually we'll need to start it from 1 and then I plus plus. Okay, so what this will do is it will start the loop from 1 and then run up to 8 times. Now inside this we need to select a random character. Every time this loop is running, we need to select a random character from this chars which stores every one of these characters. So let me first console.log this thing. So if I console.log this chars 0, let's see what this will give us. Now when I click on this generate random password button, you see I've got this exclamation mark. Now chars of 0 means the first character which is inside this chars, and the first character is the exclamation. If I go for chars of 1 and click on this button, let's save it and click on this button, then you see I've got this @ mark, which is the second character. So this is how the indexing of an array works. Whatever value I pass inside these box brackets, the suitable character will be selected from this string. So this is the whole functioning what we will provide inside this for loop. So first of all, we need to generate a random number, and then we will pass that random number inside the box bracket for this chars variable. So to generate a random number, we have got this function math.random. We need to start it from 0 because the indexing of an array starts from 0. So math.random into chars.length. So this chars.length will actually give us the length of this whole string. So that means 26 capital letters, 26 small letters, and all these special characters added up, and these numbers as well. So 10, 26, 20, 52, 62, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means 8 characters. So the length of this characters array will be 70. And now let's console.log this length. Actually let's place it outside this loop. Now let's go to the inspect element. You see we have got this random number generated using this math.random function. Every time I click, a new random number is generated, but it is in the form of a decimal, but we want it in integer. So to have it in integer, what we need to do is simply there is one simple statement which is known as the math.floor, and we will just paste all this inside this math.floor. So what this math.floor does is it actually rounds off the decimal numbers. Like if it is 0.5, it will round it off to 0. If it is 0.8, it will round it off to 0. That means it goes up to the least possible integer. We also have another function which is math.ceil. Difference between math.floor and math.ceil is that math.floor will round it off to 0, but math.ceil will round it off to 1. So this is the difference between floor and ceil. It is exactly similar to what we have in our houses. The floor is the bottom part and the ceil is the top part. Now we'll go inside here and we will keep on adding one character one by one to this password variable. So password plus this chars, and inside this we will pass our random number generated. Now let's see what we get. Here we will console.log this password variable. Let's hit save. Now when I click on the button, you see we have got this character 8 characters randomly generated password. So here we have got the problem which is undefined. This is because this should be math.floor. Now let's see whether it works or not. You see every time I click on the button, we have got a newly generated random password. So this is how we can create a password. And now after returning it, what we need to do is we need to change the text of this input field. So we have already selected the input field inside this variable, and to change its value we will simply call the dot value object and use it as password. Now whenever I click on this password button, generate password button, a new generated random password is created and placed inside this input field. You can increase the characters what you want. You can have brackets in here. Let's have all the brackets. Hit save, and now you see the characters length is increased, and we have also got this bracket over here. So this is a very flexible generator, and I hope you like the video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more such amazing tutorials on CSS and JavaScript. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram for codes before I even publish the video. And also do visit my CodePen profile for all the source code. I've also provided the source code of this particular project in the description box. And thank you for watching.